Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you being here. My name is Cristin Ludlow, and I'm certified in mycology. And we're so grateful for you and the work that you're doing as a holistic practitioner. And we understand the value of nutritional support and natural support and really helping to support the systems of the body instead of just treating symptoms like many of us have been conditioned to do for so long. And so today we're actually going to be talking about the power of mushroom support as well as the Forest Natural difference. So I'd love to introduce to you the Forest Natural brand. And the whole purpose of this training is just to educate you. We really want to educate holistic practitioners about the clinically studied power of Coriolus versicolor and other holistic mushrooms, and how our Force Natural brand, and specifically the Inforce line, is uniquely formulated to deliver reliable results for holistic practitioners. So I wanted to get started with just a few fun facts to get us kicked off, some mushroom facts to go over with you. And the first is that humans and mushrooms share up to 40 to 80% of the same DNA. So we are surprisingly alike. Most people don't realize that fungi are genetically closer to us than plants. And it's so funny because people ask me this all the time, being certified in mycology. When you go to the produce section, that's normally where you buy mushrooms. So people will ask, well, are mushrooms a fruit or a vegetable? And it's funny because they're their own kingdom. They're neither fruit or vegetable. They're kingdom fungi. And coincidentally, they're closer to humans and animals than they actually are to plants and fruits and vegetables. So, first of all, we're on the same biological team. So, unlike plants, mushrooms and animals and humans both breathe oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. We both depend on external organic matter for food, so we can't make our own food through photosynthesis. We both break down nutrients using enzymes, and we both have complex immune defense systems. So, this really matters. And this shared biology means that many mushroom compounds are more biocompatible. Our bodies recognize and utilize them more efficiently than many of the plant compounds that we're familiar with. So, a couple of the different uh, compounds that our bodies are able to understand are beta glucans and polysaccharides, and they actually speak the same language as our bodies. The beta glucans and the polysaccharides that are found inside mushrooms, especially in Coriolus versicolor, reishi, shiitake, and maitake, interact directly with receptors on human immune cells. So this helps to balance immune function, not by overstimulating it, but by educating it. And also, because of our DNA similarity, the human body reads these compounds almost like a code that it already understands. So, mushrooms are not forcing change, they're training balance in the body. We also have shared defense mechanisms. Both humans and fungi evolved side by side, fighting many of the same environmental threats like bacteria, viruses, and toxins. And that's why many medicinal mushrooms naturally produce antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory compounds, and why those same compounds often work inside of humans and animals. It's almost like nature's way of saying, I've already built you an ally. It's available for us. And they offer more than nutrition. They offer adaptation. Because we share these biological pathways, mushrooms act as adaptogens. So they're not just feeding us, they're teaching our bodies how to adapt. They help regulate stress, energy, sleep, immunity, and even cell repair. And this is why mushrooms matter more than plant-based. Because while plant-based foods are wonderful for fiber and phytonutrients, mushrooms go beyond that and they interact with our cells on a molecular communication level. So when someone says mushrooms are good for you, there is a deeper truth to that. Mushrooms and humans evolved to work together. We share biological blueprints, and that's why their intelligence nourishes us in ways that no other food can. So, I'm going to be talking with you primarily about the Coriolus versicolor mushroom. And it's also known as the turkey tail mushroom. It's been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. It's one of the most clinically studied holistic mushrooms, and it supports both types of immune function, both innate and adaptive immune function. So it supports innate immune function by activating macrophages, dendritic cells, and natural killer cells. And it also supports adaptive immune function by enhancing T cell, B cell response, and improving antibody production. So this particular mushroom modulates, not stimulates, which is critical for people with immune sensitivities, immune deficiencies, or autoimmune conditions, because we're not stimulating or boosting, we're actually modulating it. So, first, I want to go over some of the nerdy stuff that I love to get into. And these are the bioactive compounds, particularly in mycelial extracted Coriolis versicolor. Most of the Coriolis versicolor or turkey tail that you see in the stores or online has been extracted while it's in its fully fruited body. And it's a more cost-effective way, let's put it that way, because you have so much more biomass. So a lot of manufacturers will do that for the beta glucans, but there are bioactive compounds in the Coriolis versicolor that are only in higher concentrations while it's in its mycelial phase, while it's still a baby. And those are the ones that act as the catalyst for the immune system and act as the modulators for the immune system. So we focus very heavily on those in our pharmaceutical grade extract. So the first bioactive compound is called polysaccharide peptide. It's also known as PSP. And the polysaccharide peptides stimulate T cells, macrophages, and natural killer cells. So these are the cells that detect and destroy infected or abnormal cells. This is what activates the direct immune response. This is actually how the body forms immune memory. So it's the basis for long-term immunity from maybe vaccines or previous infections. And it's also how we regulate immune balance. Now, the macrophages are what engulf and destroy the invaders through phagocytosis. They help trigger inflammation to help isolate and attack the invader and begin the healing process. And they also present antigens to activate other immune cells. Now, the last thing that they do is they help to clear out the damaged tissue and promote healing, which is very important, especially in the autophagy process. Now, the natural killer cells are what detect and destroy the abnormal cells. They release cytotoxic molecules, so they're essentially cell killers. And they secrete cytokines to mobilize other immune cells. So they're helping bridge the innate and the adaptive immune systems. These also act as immune surveillance. So I think of them as little soldiers that are constantly going through the body on 24/7 patrol. They're always working while you're sleeping, while you're living. They're always on immune surveillance and they're going around and helping the body. Now, the PSP also supports gut-associated lymphoid tissue, or GALT. Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this, but GALT is the collection of the immune cells and tissues that are found all through the GI tract or the gastrointestinal tract. And these are what actually form the largest immune organ of the body. So this acts as your first line of defense. It's monitoring everything that enters the digestive tract, all the food, the microbes, the toxins, and it's deciding what's a friend and what's an enemy. And then it's triggering that immune response when needed. The GALT also produces immune cells and antibodies. It maintains immune tolerance, so it prevents overreacting to harmless things like food probiotics, and it helps prevent autoimmunity and food allergies, which we see that a lot. It also supports the gut microbiome. So it works really closely with the beneficial gut bacteria to maintain the balance. And there are actually key probiotics that are found in the mycelial extracted Coriolis versicolor. So a healthy GALT equals a healthy gut barrier. And this is what helps reduce leaky gut and systemic inflammation. Now, PSP also has demonstrated antiviral and tumor suppressing activity in clinical studies, hundreds of them. They, number one, help the body, first of all, pardon me, first of all, they help the body defend against viruses. So they're inhibiting the viral replication, they're promoting antiviral immune responses, and they're enhancing the production of the interferons and the cytokines, again, the immune surveillance, and they're supporting that mucosal immunity. So they studied several different viruses. They studied hepatitis B, influenza, Epstein-Barr virus, which is autoimmune, HIV in lab models, and that's just to name a couple of them. So it is wide ranging the results, the antiviral results. Now, the second thing that they do is they help to suppress tumor growth. So, and it doesn't mean it's a cure for cancer, but it's referring to the polysaccharide peptide's ability to slow or inhibit tumor growth in lab and animal models. It improves immune system recognition of tumor cells. It enhances the effectiveness of chemotherapy. In Japan, PSP is often used as an adjuvant therapy. It's also used in China for this exact reason. It also helps to reduce treatment side effects in cancer patients while maintaining their white blood cell counts. And again, they've studied all different types clinically: lung cancer, colorectal cancer, breast cancer, gastric cancer, esophageal cancer. Almost all of these studies that I'm referring to, I've listed some of them here for you, but you can find them online. Many of them are actually published in the National Library of Medicine. So there is a lot of scientific validated mechanisms that are working here and really helping the body. Now, the second type of bioactive compound that is very powerful is called polysaccharide crestin, or PSK. And this is one of the tools that helps modulate the immune response. So it enhances the body's natural defenses in a balanced, non-stimulating way. That's very important because it's one of the most clinically studied mushroom-derived compounds, especially in cancer immunotherapy, which, by the way, they project is currently $100 billion. They expect it to be a $1.3 trillion industry in just the next few years as people are understanding the power of the immune system and looking for more immunotherapies as opposed to traditional treatments and therapies that have been used. So, also, polysaccharide crestin helps to regulate cytokine activity. So, again, it doesn't just boost the immune system blindly, it's helping balance it by regulating the cytokines. So, it's increasing all of the helpful cytokines and it's decreasing all of the harmful cytokines when needed. So, a lot of times, cancer patients often have suppressed immune function, either from disease or treatment. Oh, excuse me. And that's why it has been shown to enhance survival rates in gastric, colon, and breast cancer studies, and again, clinically used in Japan as an adjunct to cancer therapy. So, PSK again works by activating T cells, natural killer cells, macrophages. It's enhancing the tumor recognition by the immune system. It's promoting the cytokine release that supports immune targeting of tumors. So, the body mounts a stronger, more intelligent defense against the cancer cells, even between treatment cycles. It's also been shown to reduce chemotherapy side effects by maintaining white blood cell counts during chemotherapy, reducing nausea, fatigue, hair loss, and improving treatment adherence and patient quality of life. So more patients complete their full treatment protocol, leading to better survival outcomes. Again, several Japanese clinical trials have shown PSK to significantly increase 5-year survival rates when used in combination with surgery and chemotherapy. And it also has antiviral and anti-inflammatory mechanisms. So some of the antiviral mechanisms that it has is it enhances the natural killer cell activity and it boosts the interferon production, which block viral replication, signal infected cells to self-destruct, activate antiviral defenses in neighboring cells, and its anti-inflammatory mechanisms modulate cytokine activity. So there are some ideal use cases for PSK's antiviral and anti-inflammatory effects, primarily in chronic viral infections. Again, several of them have been studied: HPV, Epstein-Barr virus, HIV, hepatitis. Also in autoimmune disorders where gentle immune modulation is needed. Post-viral fatigue or long haul symptoms. We see a lot of long COVID happening right now. Cancer patients with inflammatory complications or recurrent infections, and also inflammation in older adults that are needing immune balance. Now, the third bioactive compound that's very important, and we're actually learning more about it more recently, even though it's been studied for about a decade now, I think it's gaining more attention. It's called spermidine, and this is a naturally occurring polyamine that's found in our bodies, but as we age, we produce less and less spermidine, and there are very few places that we can get it outside of our body. And spermidine is really helpful and it's associated with cellular renewal and autophagy. So, autophagy is just the body's way of cleaning out the damaged cells and recycling the dysfunctional parts and then regenerating new healthy cellular components. Well, spermidine is a natural inducer of autophagy. We all know that autophagy normally is activated through fasting or deprivation or through stress, but spermidine activates autophagy through multiple cellular pathways. So our old or dysfunctional cell components get broken down and replaced, reducing aging at a cellular level without the deprivation, without the stress. And again, all our levels are declining as we get older. The body's natural production of spermidine decreases over time because of slower tissue regeneration, cellular aging, increased disease risk as we age. So, supplementing with spermidine helps restore that youthful cellular activity, and particularly through the enhanced autophagy that it induces. Now, spermidine also promotes longevity. It helps maintain DNA integrity by supporting DNA repair enzymes. It promotes chromatin remodeling, which regulates gene expression. It affects histone acetylation, which can slow or reverse age-related epigenetic changes. So the result of that is it preserves the healthy gene function over time and protects against age-related mutation accumulation. Now, it also promotes mitochondrial health, and this is one of the aspects that I'm most excited about. It helps maintain healthy mitochondria through mitophagy. So we have autophagy being induced by it, and we also have mitophagy being induced by it, which is the targeted removal of dysfunctional mitochondria. Now, we all know that mitochondrial decline is a hallmark of aging. It's linked to fatigue, cognitive decline, cardiovascular aging, metabolic dysfunction. Most of what people are experiencing is because of the breakdown of the mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of the cell. So, if we can help to reactivate the mitochondria and start regenerating new healthy mitochondria in the body, it truly restores and rebalances the entire body on a cellular level. Within 11 months, you essentially have a whole new body because of the turnover of the cells becoming more healthy and not duplicating all of those mutated cells. Now, it also promotes cognitive resilience. In both animal and early human studies, spermidine has been linked to improved memory and learning, reduced brain inflammation, slower age-related cognitive decline. So, this supports long-term brain function, and they're even doing studies that it may protect against Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative conditions. So, the mycelial phase of the Coriolis versicolor mushroom delivers unique, clinically relevant bioactives with proven effects on immunity, cellular defense, and potential longevity support. So this is how, again, just a recap of how Coriolis versicolor works. It stimulates immune cell production, the T cells and the natural killer cells. It enhances cytokine activity without overstimulation. It supports healthy inflammatory response. It promotes microbiome balance and gut immunity. And it helps activate autophagy and even mitophagy, which is the cellular recycling process. So again, why choose Forest Natural? We have pure and tested strains, which are rigorously and regularly tested for purity to ensure safety and quality. They're potent and efficacious, so these strains are proprietary to us and they're selected for their high potency and proven effectiveness in supporting wellness. They're cultivated on organic, contaminant-free substrates, so we're ensuring a pharmaceutical grade extract that's free from environmental toxins. They're proprietary advanced extraction methods that we use, and those preserve and maximize the bioactive compounds within each mushroom. We have clean formulations designed with trace amounts of natural minerals and simple salts for maximum bioavailability to ensure that your body can fully absorb and utilize all of those beneficial compounds. So it's rooted in nature and backed by science. We've combined traditional wisdom with modern research. So we're delivering a powerful, natural solution that you can trust. And it's safe for both pets and people. So it's crafted with the same care and integrity for both human and pet wellness. So here are some recommendations that I have for you and some reasons to add Enforce into not only your own daily routine, but your client's daily routine. The first is immune modulation, detox support, sustained energy, graceful aging, and overall well-being. Now, for the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, for general well-being, we recommend one capsule for every 50 pounds daily. If you have mild concerns, for example, what I was experiencing where it wasn't detrimental, but it was an issue that I was dealing with and I was concerned about, we recommend two capsules for every 50 pounds. If you have very serious concerns, something catastrophic, then we recommend 3 to 4 capsules for every 50 pounds until you see resolution, and then you just go back to the general well-being amount. And I call it my mushroom breakfast. I take it every single day. I will not go without it because it has truly impacted my well-being and my life, and it's just become a part of my lifestyle. Now, again, it doesn't interact with any medications or treatments. There's no known toxicity or interactions, no side effects. It's not addictive. The only reaction might be if there's a mushroom allergy present. So you can't really take too much of this. As a matter of fact, at the very beginning, we recommend getting as much of it into the body as you possibly can to help start modulating that immune system. And once the immune system has been modulated and it starts to repair and rebuild and rebalance and regenerate or resolve or regulate everything that's happening in the body, then you can just go down to the normal amount. Now, the complementary mushrooms, we recommend just one tablet for every 50 pounds daily. You can increase it to two as needed. Again, most of the side effects are mild, rare, and dose dependent, and the risk is significantly reduced when the mushrooms are properly extracted and free from the fillers, contaminants, and the poor quality substrates. So that's why we don't see really any reactions at all with the Forest Natural brand. Now, we do have people, we have what's called the longevity pack, which has all 5 different types of mushrooms. So it has the Enforce Plus, Clarity, Shield, and Restore, as well as a Beauty and Longevity gel at a discount. I call this my mitochondrial biogenesis routine. I take that every single day. I take one tablet for every 100 pounds and 1 teaspoon of the gel that you mix in with tea or juice or a smoothie or coffee even. And I have that every single day, and it has made a huge difference. I'm 44 years old. You can tell I'm not wearing any makeup or anything, but I feel like I'm 23. But again, I've been taking these mushrooms for years, and it truly just helps your body to rebalance and restore a lot of those youthful processes that break down and slow down as we get older. So I really recommend getting that longevity pack and taking advantage of that mitochondrial biogenesis routine. We do have, I'll show you where to find the details for that mitochondrial biogenesis routine. But if you'd like to try the products yourself or start recommending them to people, just visit the website of the person that invited you onto this webinar. We do have bulk packs that are available. They're called alpha packs, where you receive 22 to 30% of free products, and they're customizable. So you can get whatever you'd like, any combination that you'd like inside of the pack. We also have educational materials and patient handouts. So we have a Coriolis versicolor brochure. We have the mitochondrial biogenesis routine that I recommended, all at cvdocuments.com. It stands for Coriolis versicolor. It's a lot to type, so we just put cvdocuments.com. Again, we have the Coriolis versicolors brochure. We have a mushroom support flyer that talk about the different systems that each mushroom helps to support. We have our mushroom moment videos. These are little 2 to 3 minute videos, very helpful for you and your own education and learning. Also very helpful for your patients as they're learning as well. They range they cover a variety of topics. There are over 20 of them that are available, but they're meant for educational purposes. So it really helps you to understand how these mushrooms are supporting the different systems of the body and what they're doing and how the body is responding once we get that mushroom support into it. We also have supporting studies and testimonials on a third-party site. It's called mushroomstudies.co. It's a great place to start if you want to start learning about it. There are several links to, WebMD, MD Anderson, Sloan Kettering, Harvard, University of Pennsylvania. There's so many different studies. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. So we gave you some good ones to start with there on that website. And we also have the ability to become an affiliate. If you'd like, you're able to earn 15% commissions on all of the products that are purchased through your affiliate site. That does not include the alpha packs. We don't pay any commissions on those since the free product is applied. They're earning the 22 to 30% in free product. But when they buy the longevity packs or when they purchase any of the products, if you want to add them to their protocol, which we highly recommend, you're able to earn 15% commissions on those. We have a lot of practitioners as well that carry it in their on their property, and they have it in their practice available for people, and they're able to add it to their current protocols because it doesn't interact with anything or interfere with anything that they're currently doing. So the affiliate program is really powerful. It's been so helpful for a lot of practitioners. So again, if you're interested in that program, just reach out to the person that invited you onto this webinar. They can help you get your website set up and you could take advantage of that. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Cristin Ludlow. You can email me at cludlow@petclub247.com, or you can text me at 702-373-7420. I would be happy to help answer any questions that you might have. But we just want to thank you for jumping onto this webinar and learning about these holistic mushrooms and the difference that they can make not only in your life, but the lives of your patients by just adding this to your current protocols. We're seeing 90% of the time, we're hearing back just so many positive stories, and we're really happy to be a part of the wellness of people and helping people restore balance back in their bodies. And instead of chasing all these symptoms, we're really helping to support the systems. And when we go to the root cause or the root source of what's creating those symptoms in the body, the symptoms will naturally resolve themselves. So it's very powerful. The work that you're doing is very powerful, very meaningful. We're so grateful for each and every one of you. We'd love to lock arms with you and help people get the natural support that their bodies deserve. So God bless you all. Thank you again for your time and your attention over this last hour. We really appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed night.